Hey guys, it's Claude, and today we have a deck opening for Jeff Patterson. Good luck to you. Yesterday's deck was very interesting. It had 26 creatures. Completely unheard of. At least I have never seen a deck with that many creatures before. There's obviously plenty out there that exist, but they have to be pretty rare. Yellow Archon Logos, Brobnar, and this. TZ Timephase of the Pure Gardens. I hope that is a hint that you're going to get something like a time traveler in here. That'd be pretty nice. Can't even hardly see the Archon because it's so bright and yellow. Alright, and if you guys could help me out just a little bit by maybe liking, subscribing, and commenting on my videos. We are so close to that 1,000 subscribers. It'd be nice to just get that little bit of exposure, a little bit extra exposure. That way YouTube will hopefully start promoting our videos a little bit more. Alright. We're starting off with Logos. It's Fetch Drones. It's an artifact. Action. Discard the top 2 cards of your deck. For each Logos card discarded this way, a friendly creature captures 2 Amber. That's actually interesting. So it's a Logos card that can take our opponents off a key. Entropic Swirl. Choose a creature. For each trait that creature has, deal it 2 damage and gain 1 Amber. That's pretty nice. Typically going to get at least 2 Amber from this. Field of the Researcher, 1 power elusive. After a creature is played adjacent to Field of the Researcher, draw a card. Eureka, 1 Amber whenever you play it. Alpha, play, gain 2 Amber, archive 2 random cards from your hand. This is one of my favorite first turn plays if you are the first player of the game. Bouncing Death Quark, destroy an enemy creature and a friendly creature. You may repeat this effect as many times as you like, as long as it is possible to repeat the entire effect. Let's find some good destroyed creatures in here. Whoa, Professor Sutterkin, 2 power Reap. Draw a card for each friendly Logos creature. This card can be very problematic for your opponents if you have a bunch of Logos creatures in your deck. Oh, and you have a second one. Very nice. Poke. Amber whenever you play it. Deal 1 damage to an enemy creature. If this damage destroys that creature, you draw a card. Another Poke. Lab Work. Amber whenever you play it. Archive a card. And another Lab Work. Very nice. Helper Bot. 1 power. Play. You may play 1 non-Logos card this turn. And, oh, okay, so what was there, only like maybe 4 Logos creatures? Yeah, only 4 Logos creatures. 2 of which are Professor Sutterkins. But check this out, it's Orb of Invidious. It's an artifact. You get Amber whenever you play it, and after a creature reaps, you stun it. This is a great card in the right style deck. From what I've seen here in Logos, I don't think it's going to be super powerful, but it's still a decent card. Pain Reaction. Amber whenever you play it, deal 2 damage to an enemy creature. If this damage destroys that creature, deal 2 damage to each of that creature's neighbors. Goozle. Amber whenever you play it, deal 3 damage to a creature. If it is not destroyed, its owner discards a random card from their hand. Tesmal, 2 power elusive, Reap. Choose a house. Your opponent cannot choose that house as their active house in the next turn. And 2 of those. Very cool. Strek, 2 power elusive. While it's not on the flank, your opponent refills their hand to 1 less card during the draw card step. Not finished with you. Amber whenever you play it, shuffle any number of creatures from your discard pile into your deck. I love that this card gives you an Amber, but I would have much rather seen a Rise come back. I think it's just a better overall card. And I hope that in the future they decide to bring back maybe some cards from set 1 and put it into set 3. That'd be interesting to see. And a second not finished with you. Misery Exploit, gain 1 Amber for each damaged enemy creature. It's pretty good. Lash of Broken Dreams, artifact. Action, keys cost +3 Amber during your opponent's next turn. Dust Imp, 2 power. Destroyed, gain 2 Amber. Coldo Weak. Amber whenever you play it, destroy the least powerful enemy creature. And now we are on to Brobnar. It's War Grumpus, 3 power. Fight Reap, ready and fight with the neighboring giant. Be kind of odd if we had 2 of these and another Tamer. Okay, just 1. Sound the Horns. Amber whenever you play it, discard cards from the top of your deck until you either discard a Brobnar creature or run out of cards. If you discarded a Brobnar creature this way, put it into your hand. Ogopogo, 6 power. After Ogopogo attacks and destroys a creature, you may deal 2 damage to a creature. I've personally had a lot of success with this guy. Pound. Amber whenever you play it, deal 2 damage to a creature with a 1 damage splash. Groak, 5 power. Fight, your opponent loses 1 Amber. And one of my neighbors is cutting their grass. Fantastic. Groggins, 8 power. When Groggins is used to fight, it can only attack flank creatures. Gauntlet of Command. It's an artifact. Action, ready and fight with a friendly creature. Another Gauntlet of Command. Very similar to some of the other decks we've had in this box. First Blood. Amber whenever you play it, Alpha. Deal 2 damage for each friendly Brobnar creature. You may divide this damage among any number of creatures. Not too bad of card. 2 First Blood. Definitely a card I only want to see one of in a deck. I believe that having too many alphas, even within the same house, is a little bit of a problem. Oh gosh, why'd I say anything? Come on. Oh, it only happened because I said something. Oh, jeez. Oh, all right. Gosh, okay. You have 3 first blood. I mean, at least it's an amber. The problem is if you got 2 of these in the same hand, you can only play one of them. Get the amber off one. You might even want to discard the other. It just depends on how many Brobnar creatures are out. That's just insane. I cannot believe it. And the final card of the deck is 1-2 Punch. Amber whenever you play it, stun an enemy creature. If that creature was already stunned, you destroy it instead. Alright, let's go through this deck now. First thing we'll do is check out the Amber Pips. So there's a couple inside of Brobnar. The problem is a couple of those are attached to alpha cards. Let's see here. Okay, not too bad here. A little bit more than the last couple decks we have seen. Quite a bit more. Oh, and then Arika. God, that's so good. We get that. Okay. Oops. Alright, so this is definitely going to be counted as 2. You got 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I'll call that 15, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Then we'll go with 23. I'm not going to count the 24th because there's going to be times where you're going to have 2 of these in your hand and probably discard the other. That's a lot of amber. Very nice. Okay, let's go ahead and look at Amber Control, which I don't think we're going to have much of other than maybe the Lash of Broken Dreams. We can count the Orb. Okay, yeah, as I said, okay, you know, Grok might actually be a little bit reliable because we have the 2 Gauntlet commands as well. So even if you play it that turn, you should be able to Gauntlet it. Oh, and Fetch Drones, okay. Gauntlet it and then be able to make them lose an Amber and possibly a creature as well. So Fetch Drones is actually pretty good. Lash of Broken Dreams is nice. Grok's okay. Yeah, so that's all we have for Amber Control. At least 2 of them are a little bit bigger, so that's good. And then 2 kind of smaller ones. Oh man, I'm surprised how much Amber's in here. That's pretty good. Let's see, the Lab Works. Is there anything you kind of want to set aside? Actually, Not Finished With You set aside might be pretty good. Misery Exploit's actually a very nice card to set aside. Wait till your opponent has a lot of damaged creatures and then get a big burst of Amber from that. You could possibly put aside the First Bloods. Let's look at the creatures. You have to see exactly how many Brobnar creatures we had in here to see if it's really worth setting aside a First Blood. That's one thing I think we're lacking on. The last deck we had yesterday, holy heck, 26 creatures. This deck is going to be nowhere near that count. A lot of Amber though, so every single Keyforge deck has some sort of trade-off it has to do. And this one's definitely going to be more Amber for less creatures. So we have 1, 5, 10. Ooh, man, 12 creatures. Oh. Yeah, I just want to make sure I didn't miss any. That's kind of a shame. One of the other big problems about only having 12 creatures here is some of our removal are cards like Gauntlet of Command and Bouncing Death Quark. And these both require creatures out to be able to turn these into removal. So that's sort of a shame. Same with the First Bloods, these are removal. And if you don't have many Brobnar creatures, they're not able to do their job. Yeah, man, that's a shame to only see 12 there, but still not too bad of a deck. Still has a lot of other little damage you can do. Actually, it'd be fun to one turn maybe do Gongoozle. Where are you at here? There you are. Do the Gongoozle to a 4-power creature, something like a Titan Librarian. Next turn, poke it, be able to kill it, draw the card. So that's okay. The other problem is there's only, let's see, 4 Logos creatures, 2 Setterkins. With 4 Logos creatures is kind of weaker. Fila, I mean, maybe you're going to be able to set her down and then next turn maybe play some creatures next to it, but only having 3 other Logos creatures that you can play next to the Fila makes her a little bit weaker overall. Yeah, but this deck does have a lot of good things going for it. Some cards are going to be nice, big Amber Burst. I think you have enough action spells that do damage to make it where you can actually pull off a pretty large Misery Exploit. So that's actually kind of nice. Yeah, the 2 not finished with yous, I don't think you want to set those aside. They're not going to do too much. I mean, I guess it's okay if you're able to late game throw all these creatures back in, but honestly, the way this deck should play out, you're either going to win quickly with your Amber, or it's going to be too late for those not finished with you anyway. So yeah, the rating for this deck, it's a little bit worse than yesterday. I'd say it's either missing just a few creatures or a few Amber Pips, either way, to be on the upper echelon of decks. It does have some bigger artifact control with the Fetch Drones and the Lash of Broken Dreams, so because of that, I'm going to give this deck a B-. Alright guys, well thank you very much for watching my videos, and I will see you next time.